Yeah, it's dark.
The moon landing happened, Jake.
Real dad shit, dog.
Don't fuck with me or I'ma fuck with you.
For all the emo sad girl. I want to touch bellies with this man. Welcome to the Scene Labs podcast.
Well, what's up, everyone? We're back. You know, one of these days, it could happen where we'll just say, see you next week, and then we never return. It'd be like the end of Teen Titans when it got canceled, and everyone was like, why the fuck did you just leave us like that? So we actually haven't had a regular episode in a couple weeks. It's out now, so we can talk about it. It actually came out today. We recently did an interview with Trenton Woodley, the ex-vocalist of Hands Like Houses. It was a really good interview.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Went really well. Jake actually asked questions.
I asked 2 questions.
Well, no, 2.5.
All right, 2.5.
Yeah, no, that formula worked. I think we need to get you more involved. In fact, I think you should be sitting on this side. I think you should be heading the whole operation.
No.
You're just going to sit on that side with your nerds?
I'm going to sit over here with my nerds, my liquid death, my vape. That's all I need.
Well, Jake, we have a lot of singles to talk about today because we missed last week.
Yep, quite a few.
We actually had to cut a single that we were going to talk about.
Not mad about it.
Can you guess what single came out 2 weeks ago? No, a week ago. A week ago that we cut that Jake would be happy that we're not talking about.
Time's up. It was MGK.
Why you got to do that? We're supposed to let him guess.
I had time.
Now MGK's never going to come on the show with us.
Darn.
Dude, no,
what
seriously.
have I done?
What if he messaged us and was like, yo, I like what you're doing. Trying to hop on that shit. This just in, Jake would say no to Machine Gun Kelly.
I wouldn't say no to old Machine Gun Kelly.
Well, you're going to get 2024 Machine Gun Kelly.
It's kind of cringe now. I don't like it.
I like what you did. That felt really good, my in-ear.
Cringe. Oh, no. Cringe.
What about Jelly Roll? What if he wanted to be on the show?
I don't really have an affinity for Jelly Roll either.
We're just burning bridges left and right. Because you know if they ever were, they'd have a team that would like vet our episodes and
They definitely aren't. This is Scene Labs.
Right.
Neither one of them.
But Jelly Roll did that one song. Oh, wait, that guy's not in the scene anymore. I forgot. He said goodbye to the scene.
Yeah. So, guilty by association, dog.
Fit for a King released their latest single, Technium, with support and vocals from Landon from The Plot and You. This was a heavy song.
It was very heavy.
It was like a God of Fire on steroids.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Video was sick.
Yeah, Jake really wants to talk about the video.
The video, it was just a long fight scene.
Like a fucking
awesome.
medieval,
Yeah. It went perfectly with the music because it was just wide open all the time.
Yeah. It was just, and there was blood. They didn't stay away from the blood.
There was blood.
Do you watch those kind of music videos and wish you had a band performance video, or is it kind of nice sometimes to have something different?
I like a good, it was like watching like a literal fight scene of a movie, just to better music, because normally they don't use music like that for fight scenes, and it would be so much cooler.
For sure.
But
I don't know.
I like the creative aspect of it. I don't want to just watch somebody play every time.
I just wish, and maybe I'm different, I wish they'd do that thing where it happens most of the time, where they'll pan to a band performance
like going
scene.
back and forth with it.
Yeah. And I think that's my favorite type of music video, but I think they were able to put more of the fight scene in a video like this. Yeah, so I'm trying to think about how I feel about the song. You know, it's been a week since I've heard it, but I'm still kind of just like, do I just like a heavy song, constantly heavy the whole way through? You know, sometimes I do.
Yeah, sometimes I'm in the mood for it. Like, you got to be in the mood for it, though.
Yeah.
It's not something that I can just listen to at any time.
Like, I can't go from, like, what's Fit for a King's most popular song? Well, it doesn't matter what song it is, but their formula is very, like, scream, sing. Like, and they have their heavy songs where that's not the case, but I feel like, for me, I would not be able to be in the mood for that kind of Fit for a King song and then go listen to Technium. I feel like Technium's more about I'm fucking pissed.
I think I might be able to go from a different Fit for a King song to that one.
Now live, that song going hard.
Oh yeah,
that pit's gonna be dangerous, bro.
That's a crowd killing song, right?
That's gonna be a pale face Swiss pit. I thought Landon sounded really good actually with Fit for a King. I thought their screaming vocals went really well together.
I love his screams,
dude, and they've been doing the heaviest shit of their career too. So it makes sense that he's on this song.
And then they did not so.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that later.
Landon's actually.
Or we could just transfer to that one since we're already talking about.
Fuck it, let's do. Oh, well, hold on.
Well, we got it. Yeah, we're not finished with this. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I thought you were trying to move on.
No, I'm not moving on yet. Just wait.
Yeah. So if you like heavy rippers like God of Fire, I'd say is a really good like example of a song like this. Then you'll like this one. It's good. Ryan sounds great. Landon sounds great. There's no cleans. Nope. I don't think, right?
No, there's no cleans.
No cleans. Yeah.
It's all anger all the time.
They speak anger in this song. What do you give it out of 5?
Out of 5, probably a 3.5. It's a good song. I can get down with it. Probably not constantly, but yeah, I'll definitely listen to it.
I think I'm going to give it a 3.
3?
Yeah, for my personal taste. Again, I think I did the fucking ollie again.
I think
I'd like a bottle of water.
I think I'd like it a little better.
Arnar. I think that our listeners know at this point that you and I like melody a lot in our metal. But again, that's just a taste thing. So
I don't know. I think I can't tell whether I like heavy chuggy metal more than you do or not. Because you like old Underoath stuff, and that's heavy, but it's not heavy in the same way.
That's more thrashy and chaotic.
That's thrashy and chaotic. I like heavy, chunky stuff.
I like chunky stuff, though. That's the thing. I just feel like I'm so driven by the mood I'm in.
Well, like when I showed you Kubla Khan, you didn't really know who Kubla Khan was.
No, and I don't like them.
See?
But
I can get down with Kubla Khan every now and then.
That fucking...
that's that two-step music.
I like Throne.
Yeah.
I love Throne.
Oh, God, I love Throne.
See, that's the thing. That's chunky and heavy with no cleans.
I think they've got an album coming out next month.
I'm so excited.
I think it's next month.
We're definitely going to talk about that on the show. Yeah, so an average 3.25 between the two of us. You gave it a 3.5. I gave it a 3. Let's move on to the other song that Landon's a part of. The Plot and You released their new song entitled Been Here Before. This song literally dropped, I think, yesterday.
Have they been there before?
Not that
That's
style.
a different sound.
Yeah, no.
I don't know if they've been here before. I don't know. I don't listen very, very far back in their catalog. They don't have it.
They don't have that much music overall, I'd say. Yeah. Because they took a little bit of a break here and there.
But that's definitely a different sound for them. So it's like...
Well, I'm thinking of what is that song called with the crazy fucking video? You Can't Look Away or
Don't Look Away.
Don't Look Away.
Fuck, I love that song,
dude. We got something very different from The Plot and You this time. You called it punk. Yeah, I'm gonna say
it was kind of punky, like 2010s kind of punk.
Yeah, and it was cool, right? That they did that. It was
they did it well. It was really good.
I think if they would have released another Don't Look Away, I feel like that formula would have started to get old.
Yeah, that's true.
But Landon kind of did that thing because he can sing. They have some of the prettiest just only singing songs, and he has a solo career just based on singing.
Yeah, this was somewhere in between. Like it was a lot of screaming, not pure cleans until the end of the video. That had some different sound to it because it switched up right at the end.
Yeah.
But
I think the closest thing that we agreed on that you can compare it to is old Bring Me the Horizon. Maybe a little less pop punky, but as far as the vocals go, it was pre-singing Ollie.
Yeah.
The music video was interesting.
Yeah, it's just abandoned building and butterflies.
And a dancer.
And a dancer in the abandoned building.
A dancer that took her clothes off, but then the clothes went back on.
It was switching between clothes on, clothes off.
They kind of zoomed down on our back muscles.
Yeah, I guess it was supposed to look like wings. That's kind of what it was going for.
Yeah, no, I think that it was... Okay, people are going to come for my throat here, but I'd still call that a visualizer.
Yeah.
I think more than a video. I get it was filmed in like a music video, but I think it's more in the
It was also just a lot of pictures of butterflies up close and far away.
I think it was visualizer adjacent. That's what I'd say.
Yeah. They filmed some of it, but it wasn't a lot of it.
Nah.
They could have just walked through that abandoned building the whole time and panned back and forth to butterflies, but they got a dancer.
Yeah. It was very, very good. This is one of those songs where it's like, oh man, I barely had any time with it. So I know like a week from now, if I was to talk about it, I'd be like, have all these opinions. But realistically, it was just good. Yeah. It was fresh. It wasn't a sound that we'd heard a million times already this week. It was good. It was fast, like a fast-paced song, which was cool.
I did for sure go save that one just so I could listen to it again. I got a long drive Sunday night.
That's right. You gonna be certified, boy.
Yeah, more classes.
Certified car person. I'm going to give this song I think I'm going to give it like a 3. No, I liked it more than that. 3.75 out of 5.
I'm going to give it a 4.
4?
I'm going to listen to it a lot more.
You know what? I take my score back. I'm going to meet you at 4.
Okay.
I really liked it. All right, so let's move on to Magnolia Park. Disney has called. Disney has left a voicemail. They've left emails. They're ready to recruit Magnolia Park into the Disney scene. Okay, let's talk about the project as a whole first. How do you feel about this Disney project where they're just recruiting bands from our scene to recreate Disney songs?
I'm for it, honestly. I kind of like it. Because, I mean, they're not just doing like the typical Disney songs that everybody knows. Like this, Eye to Eye. Not a lot of people have even seen the Goofy movie.
Me. Well, I saw it, but I didn't recognize the song. Like I'd only seen the movie once.
I instantly knew what song that was.
Yeah, and I imagine that there's less people that would have that reaction to it than people that.
Well, you've got to be like. Actually, I think that movie is older than I am. Hey Siri. Mm-hmm. When did the Goofy movie come out?
A Goofy movie was released on April 7th, 1995.
It's older than me. It's older than me.
Older than me.
It was made the same year my wife was born. But yeah, it's 1 year older than me. So yeah, you got to be kind of old to know that song.
Guarantee, I'm just going to take a guess. That movie's probably older than everyone in Magnolia Park, too. Not Simple Plan.
Oh, no.
No, those guys are old. What song did Simple Plan do again? Was it Can You Feel the Love Tonight?
Yeah.
Is that right for sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you feel the love?
I think that was a smart lead single because everyone's going to know that song.
Yeah. Not everybody's going to know the Eye to Eye song.
No, which I thought it was really good.
Because the Goofy movie is not really one of the more well-known Disney movies. Because there's obviously Disney movies that are older than that one that are more well-known.
Right.
But that's not really one of them.
Well, right.
That's
Goofy.
the one I liked.
Goofy was kind of riding off of like Mickey Mouse's coattails back then.
Yeah, I guess.
It was kind of like when Winnie the Pooh and then they made the Tigger movie. The Tigger movie was so good, but I was kind of mid on the rest of Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
But we're talking about Magnolia Park here. So what do you think about the song?
I thought it was good. I think they did a really good rendition of it. Because the original was kind of like a Michael Jackson-y old school pop kind of thing.
Yep.
They did a good job of making it like a punk, like a pop punk song.
Well, and you said too, the original guy actually sounded a lot like Michael Jackson.
Yeah, it was
like if that's what he was going for, he nailed it.
And I mean, in the video, like the actual movie, that's kind of exactly what it is. He's wearing like the same clothes as Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Disney person, but man, this song was good. I enjoyed it for what it was. I think more than anything, I'm curious to know what other bands are going to be, because they haven't released a track list.
No, and it's not even on like an album.
Yeah.
Like you can't.
Well, it's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be. But right now, those two singles, you can't look at them together. You have to search them separately.
And, in a month from now, we're going to get a random drop, and it's going to be another random scene band.
Yeah. I'm kind of excited for it. I want to see who they get to play.
So let's rate the song, but then I want to talk about that a little bit more. I'm going to give it I feel like I should give it like a 3.25 for me.
Yeah, I think I'm going to give it about a 3. It's not really something that I'm going to listen to. It's cool.
It's something we could play for our kids when they're little and stuff. Like, that's dope.
Mm-hmm. And then you'd be like, you know where this song's from? Hold on, let me pull up this movie from 1995.
Yeah. It was kind of like the Walking on Sunshine cover by Ice Nine Kills, where I'm like, am I excited by this? Not really, but it's cool.
Yeah.
I'm more excited about what's to come. So, who are some bands you could see being on this? If you were just to guess, what bands are going to be a part of this project?
I feel like they're going to stick to like the pop punk kind of style.
Okay. So we're thinking like All Time Low.
Ooh.
I think that's the big one.
Yeah.
There's a few pop punk bands that have been involved with Disney stuff in the past. Another one. Now let me ask you, is this too far-fetched? Paramore. Are they too pop punk removed to be on this? Or does Disney make it eligible?
But they're also in the age group
of Simple Plan.
Yeah.
Magnolia Park, though, is like babies.
I feel like they could just be fans of old Disney movies and just be like, yeah, sure, that sounds cool. I don't know if Disney's exactly thinking about them.
I tell you what Disney is doing, though. What? They're paying them.
That's true. They got a lot of money.
Does Paramore need it, though, like Magnolia Park does?
Probably not, but not at the moment. Touring like they are.
What about like a Black Bear? You know who, like, you're familiar with Black Bear?
I've heard the name.
Black Bear, he was kind of a pop singer, but then he came like and got involved in the scene with Machine Gun Kelly and Modson and all them.
Oh, okay.
Do we get any screams on this album?
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
It might be at most like some scream singing.
Okay.
Kind of like the Plot You song, kind of, but I doubt we'll get screams.
I'm trying to think of what other bands like fucking Pierce the Veil could do something. I could see that. Pierce the Veil, even Sleeping with Sirens, maybe.
He's got the voice for it.
He's going to do the female part.
We can do whatever part he wants.
No Kellen Quinn hate on this podcast. Fuck it. Honestly, the home team would kill a Disney song.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's a toss up.
We'll definitely have to
check. I don't know who the fuck does Disney listen to? Like, where do they get their ideas for who should play what? Like, who is making these decisions? What music are they familiar with? Where are they getting this information? How did they find Magnolia Park?
I'm trying to think of this band. I don't know how no offense to Magnolia Park. I don't know how they found them because they're not like, when I saw Simple Plan was on it, that made sense.
Well, yeah.
But
they've made a lot of like older, like, I mean, what's New Scooby-Doo?
Who originally, that was
Simple Plan.
That was Simple Plan.
What's New
Okay.
Scooby-Doo?
Yeah.
We're coming after you. We're gonna solve that mystery.
Yeah. And then Phineas and Ferb was Bowling for Soup.
That would be a good one too.
I think they're too old.
You think?
Yeah. And they already had their Disney moment.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. We'll check back in when they drop the next single. Catch Your Breath, featuring Ryan Oakes, have released their new single, Perfect World. Jake, we were talking about this a little bit, and we were kind of like trying to remember the music video. Because we watched slash listened to these last week because we thought we were going to do 2 episodes in one day, and then we were exhausted, so we didn't.
Yeah, it got way too late.
You can see that our interview with Trenton is the longest episode we have. So to be honest, I don't remember much about the video, and I don't think that's to like the disservice of the video. I think it was fine.
I also haven't listened to the song again.
Huh?
I said, since refreshing it, I couldn't remember the song.
Yeah, we listened to the song again today. It was just one of those that escaped us. But I think going back and like thinking about the video, I feel like it was a pretty decent video. I don't think there was a whole lot to it. I think it was a stereotypical metalcore, post-hardcore kind of video. Kind of visualizer-y. I feel like it was a lot of zoomed up on their faces, but I could be completely wrong because like I said, I don't remember it. Yeah, so the word that comes to mind for me with this song is mid. Yeah, I knew we had to talk about this because it's pretty popular. And I'm excited to see Catch Your Breath with Dayseeker, Alpha Wolf, and
yeah, I'm a fan of a lot of their songs.
Like 21 Gun Salute, that song's a banger. Like I like their music. I just don't think this one hit for me, really.
Yeah.
And it had nothing to do with the rapping part. I don't care if rapping's in rock or not. It does not change it for me.
Yeah. Me coming up on fucking Linkin Park my whole life.
Danger Kids was like one of our favorite bands in high school.
Yeah.
Or a little after. So yeah, that's not it. Before you come from my fucking throat saying you just don't like rap and rock, fuck you. Sit the fuck down and keep listening.
As long as it's good and you're not getting some bum ass rapper that sounds like shit.
Yeah. I don't really have that much to say about the song. It was fine.
Yeah. Kind of just went over my head a little bit. It didn't really stick. I wasn't like, man, I need to listen to that later.
I think this is one of those songs where we could hear live and have a change of heart on.
True.
I just don't think, casually first listen.
Which we're not even going to get the rapping part if they play it live because I highly doubt.
You don't think the singer will just do it?
I don't, maybe. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, cool song. Not my thing. Ryan Oakes seems cool. I just don't really have that much to say about it. I'm going to give it a 2.5. Right in the middle.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to go with too.
Okay.
That's how I feel about it.
Kingdom of Giants have released their new banger of a fucking song, Asphalt.
Asphalt.
It's yo bitch asphalt. Okay.
That would have been a hilarious line in that song. It's your own stupid asphalt.
Oh, this song's so good.
Yeah.
This takes me back to like 2018, 19 metalcore.
Yeah.
You mentioned Pressure by Wage War. It came up. We had to check the credits. Cody's nowhere to be found, but
it sounds like it would have fit in that era of Wage War kind of thing.
If you would have told us Cody co-wrote that song, we would have believed you.
Yeah.
But no, for real, it's not even just like, on one hand, is it a stereotypical metalcore song?
Yes.
Kind of, yes. But it's fucking beautiful. Yeah.
We've had this conversation before. As long as it's good, it doesn't matter how stereotypical it is.
Which is interesting because we're going to talk about a song later on here that is also kind of stereotypical metalcore by a band that typically does stereotypical metalcore really well. That like there's levels, there's tiers to stereotypical metalcore. And Asphalt is a fucking banger. What a song to like come back to. Because they haven't released, their last album came out, I think, in 2020. And they're also playing with Dayseeker and Catch Your Breath.
That lineup is so goddamn stacked.
That might get close to the best show of the year.
Yeah, I think it might be. It's gonna every single band on that.
Yeah,
I don't think I've been to a show in a while where every band
is fucking great.
It's great.
What'd you think of the song?
I think it was great. Like you said, it's a good like I don't know. It's a song that sounds like it's from a couple years ago, and it was good.
Yeah. It was mixed very cleanly, too.
Yes. Yeah.
Sounded really good in the old in-ears.
4.
Well, okay. Hold your horses, pal. We got to talk about the video. The video was very cool. It was a very cool performance video. Jake, tell the listeners what happened at the end of this video and how we kind of got confused there for a minute.
Oh, well, they kind of like stopped in the middle of the road. They were driving on the road and they stopped in the middle of the road, and in the road was a sword. And he pulls the sword out of the ground, and then the song ends.
And for us,
Bad Omens plays.
The Death of Peace of Mind. I'm not even kidding you.
The Death of Peace of Mind immediately plays seamlessly.
Jake goes, "Is that a sword?" And then the drop, like the bass drop of the Death of Peace of Mind starts playing. And we're like, no, Jake, you just saw the sword in the Bad Omens video. No,
he pulled a sword out of the ground.
He pulled a sword out of the ground. It was just funny because, the sword is Bad Omens thing. I love this song. Yeah. 4.
Yeah.
No, 4.25.
All right.
I'm going to give it a 4.25.
All right.
Just because what?
Just because I rushed it?
No.
You want to not agree I called it?
No. It's not. I just don't agree. I think it's better than a 4.
Okay.
I think that you are underselling them by 2.5 or 0.25.
0.25?
A quarter.
1 quarter. You're a quarter selling them.
You owe them a quarter.
I'll give them a quarter.
Oh, so now you're going to change your answer because I fucking peer pressured you?
No.
What a
literal quarter I will give them.
Memphis May Fire have released their new single entitled Necessary Evil. Co-written by Cody from Wage War. as of like the last 15 Memphis May Fire songs. Now, Jake, you and I have been very impressed with Memphis May Fire, probably over the last couple years, right?
Yeah. I feel like this song was like a filler.
Yeah.
It
doesn't help that it didn't get a music video.
Yeah, it didn't really have any elements that kept me in. Like, I was just like, all right, yeah. It's kind of just super predictable, and
It's like a metalhead's elevator music.
yeah, kind of, yeah. That's just background music.
Like, no one's going to be upset that it's on.
No
one's going to be offended.
I wouldn't turn it off or skip it, but
it's not like make believe.
it doesn't stand out to me as like a different sound or a different song or
like
that,
when we heard
I feel like
Paralyzed or Make Believe,
yeah.
we were like, okay, yeah, like I'm in it.
Yeah, I wanted to keep listening. This was like, you could have turned it off and I'd have been like, all right.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. Memphis May Fire did not release a bad song this weekend. It's just not special. Now, I was talking about the tiers of stereotypical metalcore, right? This is one of the tiers of stereotypical metalcore where it kind of took a dip. It wasn't at like the best stereotypical metalcore, which is usually their forte.
Yeah. It's kind of just mid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was
lower mid.
Yeah. Not that much to say about it, huh? There's no video to talk about.
Yeah.
That kind of adds to the whole lackluster effect, is that you didn't give us anything to watch.
Yeah. Lower mid background music. That's, I mean, good, but it's just good.
Yep. And finally, Jake, Stand Atlantic have released their new song, Frenemies. This is another band where we have been extremely hyped for the new album and have enjoyed, I think, all the singles we've liked. How did you feel about Frenemies?
It was a good song. You seem like, well, I know for a fact you're more of a Stand Atlantic fan than I am, but, you know, I'm not opposed to it whatsoever.
Okay.
And I think I should listen to it more. It just doesn't pop up as much.
So is this the music you listen to while you're working, or is this the music you listen to while you're riding?
This would be more like while I'm riding.
Okay.
I listen to like pretty heavy stuff while I'm working. Keeps me focused.
How does it compare to the other singles for you by them? The one with Polaris, the Love You a Little, which was the more ballady song, and then like Killer, all those.
I like the one with Polaris, and this one, I'm just a Polaris fan, but I like this one a little more than like the ballady songs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So like if you were to put all the singles on the table, this one's kind of in the middle for you.
I'd say it's a little higher in the middle.
Okay.
Like,
but Criminal with Polaris is the top.
yeah, probably.
Okay. I fucking loved this song. And like you said, I am more of the lighter pop punk stuff, I think, than you to a degree.
You call yourself an Atlantic stan?
Uh-huh.
Stand Atlantic.
Atlantic. Atlantic.
He stands Atlantic.
Bro, no bullshit. This album's going to be my top 3 of the year. I am so hyped for this album. Now, everyone settle down. Criminal with Polaris is still the best song on this album.
And Throne's coming out with an album this year.
Yes, but we're just talking about... I'm just talking about the...
All right.
No, Jake wants to talk about Throne. Let's talk about Throne.
I want new music from Throne. I've listened to all of their music. I need more.
I listened to their like minute and a half song when I was in the parking lot earlier about to come in. I just was like, it started playing and I'm like, I'm not turning this off.
Yeah, there's a difference. There's a difference between a song as Necessary Evil and you're like, I don't really care if I turn this off. And
yeah, I'm going inside.
And then a song is like, yeah, I gotta let this finish.
Yeah, who the fuck am I to turn off a Throne song?
I gotta let this finish.
Frenemies was a really good song. I really like the direction that Stand Atlantic constantly stays in. Like it's, I think the thing about this album that I like so much is that not one single has sounded similar to the others. You know, you had Warzone, which was really heavy, yelly. You had Killer, which was more singy, auto-tuney kind of coolness. You had Love You a Little, which was just a raw, sad romance singing song. You had fucking Criminal, which was a ripper.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the direction it's going. No music video, but I wouldn't expect a music video for the 6th single. By the way,
That was very loud.
I peaked,
Yeah.
and it's staying
My
in.
ears.
I would like to express my I am once again expressing my frustration with these goddamn insane amount of singles. I mean, who the fuck is making anyway?
I
4 out of
guess
5.
4?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. 3.5 it.
Okay. So Jake, we've ranked all the songs individually,
Uh-huh.
but what we're gonna start doing? You had this idea to,
Pick our favorite of the week.
and we have to battle over this.
The battle over this?
This week,
What are you picking?
who do you nominate?
I nominate Been Here Before.
I nominate Kingdom of Giants. Why do you think that The Plot in You deserves the number 1 spot this week?
I feel like it was a nice different sound as opposed to like, well, a different sound for them, something fresh to listen to, get you thinking like, are they going to do more of this? Are they going to back to more screaming? It's a really good song and I really like their sound with it. They do that pretty well. And I'm definitely, out of all the other songs, that's probably the one I'm going to re-listen to the most.
Okay. Now I would like to nominate my stereotypical metalcore song that's going to be made 100 more times this year by different bands because I love it and because it's really good and because, to be quite frank, who doesn't like a good stereotypical You win. It really is difficult.
As I'm explaining it, you're like, yeah, you're right.
it really makes more sense to nominate the song that sounded more fresh, I think. Because if you ask me which one was more fresh sounding, I'd say The Plot in You.
Yeah.
I've had a really frustrating week and I've been really angry all week. And I feel like that's the song I needed was the Kingdom of Giants song.
You mean not the Magnolia Park Disney song? That doesn't make you feel
No, that
happy?
probably would have made it worse.
This is not the feelings that I'm feeling.
So congratulations to The Plot in You. You have our song of the week.
2 weeks, actually, technically. Because this is like compiled
of
2 weeks.
Song of the week. Calm down.
All right.
They don't get double winnings because we weren't here. And this song did come out this week.
Okay.
It came out yesterday.
Well, what about last week?
Should we nominate one for the singles that came out last week too?
Magnolia Park. No, we'll stick with that. That's good.
No, you're right. I think we should. Asphalt by Kingdom of Giants.
All right, fine. You can have last week's then.
Yeah! An episode that didn't exist. All right. Jake, we got some drama that we have been called to discuss. The people are waiting for our opinions on these serious topics.
All right.
What?
Where are they, Aaron?
Oh, I thought you fucking heard some shit.
What people, Aaron?
They're outside. They're banging on the walls. They want to know why
Where are they at? Aaron, where are they? I'm going to start playing with the micro. Aaron.
Oh, Jake, that's a cliff you're about to fall off of. What? Jake, the people want to know why Ice Nine Kills is charging fans $250 to be in a music video, but Knocked Loose decided to say, fuck you. Anyone who wants to be in our music video can be in it for free. This is actually...
That sounds like hardcore scene to me. Like somebody that's too big. Well, Knocked Loose is pretty big, honestly.
There's more to it.
Yes.
Ice Nine Kills has never before that I know of charged fans to be in a music video. So it was a little bit out of pocket when they posted about it.
Also, since when do you pay to be in a music video? Usually you get paid to be in a music video as an extra.
Hold on. I got to pause for a second and just remind everyone that Jake is not on Scene Twitter. So he literally is probably hearing about this for the first time just now.
Yes.
This has been going on
for
new
for me.
2 weeks.
Okay.
They released this thing where they're like, hey, if you want to be a part of a special Ice Nine Kills music video, pay here, is essentially what it was. It was hidden behind a paywall.
That's not how that works, dog. You can't make money off of something I paid to do.
Jake's already mad and he hasn't heard the full story.
No, I don't care. This shit's dumb.
So there's more to it, right? This happened. People were outraged. They raised their pitchforks on Scene Twitter. They're coming for our favorite serial killer metalcore vocalist throat. Here's where it gets interesting, to me at least. Spencer decided to respond to a fan about it. And he said something to the degree of, well, you don't know what the video is yet, so how can you judge it?
Why would I pay for it if I don't know what it is? I'm not paying for you to make money.
I listen to your music and buy your merch and go to your concerts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll cost me less than $250.
And everyone seems to be kind of, for the most part, is on board with that mindset. But the question still remains is why, first of all, why do it in the first place? Two, what is so big that you need that justifies your fans paying to be in the video?
That's a lot of money too.
Yeah.
For what? For you to be able to like pause the video at some point and be like, look, that's me right there.
Seeing kids literally paying $250 to do the Leonardo DiCaprio.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is. Right there.
So people are angry. Spencer said that wait till we see the video and we'll understand.
Doubt.
Knocked Loose got mad. In my opinion, Knocked Loose did not come out and say this, but it seemed to it was like a trampoline. It was like Ice Nine Kills did it and it bounced right over to the other side. Knocked Loose then posted an opportunity for fans to be a part of their music video for free. And a lot of people were like, Knocked Loose doing that on purpose. They weren't going to do that until Ice Nine Kills pissed off the whole emo community.
That's because nobody ever does that.
Yeah.
Nobody charges people to be. That's completely backwards.
Yeah. But, wait till we see it, right? I feel like you'd have to sell me.
You'd have to be giving me something. I want...
like a merch package. I want a signed lanyard. I want a poster. I want a shirt.
I need something
I
for my
want a picture
money.
with the band.
Yeah. I'm giving you money to give you more money.
Because basically it's the same price as
you're going to make money on the video and the music or whatever this is. So I'm going to pay you more money.
I feel like you'd need to sell me. I feel like, why do I want to pay you $200 just to have my face in one of your videos? That's not enough. I need to know what the big deal is.
Yeah, I really don't give that much of a shit.
However, it sold out in like a day. So people fucking did it.
That's like if they... That's like if they bring Blue Ridge Rock Fest back, as shitty as it is every single time, people are still going to buy the tickets.
Yep.
It's like as stupid as an idea as that is, somebody's still going to do it.
What's another example of something like that? Like the Wi-Fi on planes. It always sucks.
Yeah.
It's constantly dropping.
You're still going to buy it.
You're still going to buy it. Fucking overpriced Doritos and like a can of ginger ale on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
You're paying Chipotle prices for chips and a drink, but guess what? You're on a plane.
What else are you going to do?
You're going to buy snacks. So yeah, I thought that was a little interesting. Where do you stand on Knocked Loose coming back and being like, no, you want to be in our video instead?
I think that's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And I should say
even then, they're still getting off pretty good because they're getting a lot of free extras.
Yeah.
Normally you have to pay people to be in your video.
Now, side point here. I think we're about to get two really cool videos from two different bands. I think both videos are going to be good.
One of them's going to be more cinematic. One of them's just going to be fucking cooler.
Have you seen Motionless in White's video for 570?
Probably, but I don't remember it.
So 570 is the area code for Scranton, where they come from. And that song was literally a warehouse.
Scranton, Pennsylvania?
Yeah. Their area code.
Okay.
And they're from Scranton. It was like their thank you to their city.
You mean to tell me...
Yes.
That The Office and Motionless in White are from the same place?
You're definitely not on Scene Twitter.
No. I'm not on Twitter at all.
But Motionless in White did this video where it was like in a warehouse. The band was in the middle and then there was just people around them and they played the song live in front of everyone on the same level as the fans. Like putting their arms around the fans while they're singing the song and stuff.
Yes.
They did not charge for that.
Okay. Yeah.
So
you shouldn't, because it's your video that you're going to make money on anyway.
Yeah. I should say though, there's a lot of people that got on people like me with my opinions about this that were like, why are you always talking shit about music just because it's popular? First of all, I'm going to listen to whatever the fuck song Ice Nine Kills releases for that video. Yeah. I'm going to enjoy that.
I'm
going to go see them live.
Fan.
Yeah. This doesn't change that. I just think that someone fumbled the bag a little bit with this decision.
Very bad idea. Who's your PR person?
But then again, I think it does make it worse that Spencer was defending it on Twitter to his fans. So you can't just say it was a record label decision.
Was it his idea?
Would it surprise you if Spencer
Somebody's
came
head
in?
is getting too big.
A little bit. Still going to make good music, though.
Yeah.
Go Knocked Loose. Never thought I'd say that. Yeah, that's basically it for that situation. We've given our opinion.
That's all I've got to say about that.
Jake, My Chemical Romance Facebook page got hacked.
Okay.
Okay.
And?
All right. I'm about to bully some people. Lightly.
Okay.
People have been waiting for My Chemical Romance to release new music for a long time now because they got back together. They did the tour. They released one song in like 2021. The problem is that it's now 2024 and we haven't heard from them in a while. Gerard Way's too busy writing the last season of Umbrella Academy.
That's a good show, by the way.
Well, it's his show.
Yeah, it's a good show.
I've only seen the first season.
I've seen... There's 2, right?
I think they're about to release the fourth.
The 4th, 2, 3, I don't know.
3 or 4.
It's a good show, but I don't remember much.
What do you give it out of 5? No, I'm just kidding. So someone posted on the My Chemical Romance page, they posted a new MCR logo picture. And of course, people were like, what does this mean? You're coming back, right? Come to Cali. Like
shouting out their tiny little town for no reason.
Yeah. And then they started posting pictures about like fake posts about like Chuck Norris dying and stuff like that. Like a bunch of, when a profile's been hacked, they post some really weird shit. The thing was, it was very obviously hacked, but there were so many My Chemical Romance fans that would not settle for that answer. And they started drawing a map. They're like, okay, Chuck Norris dying means this, this, and this for the emo community. And what they're trying to say is that because Chuck Norris died on this day at this time, and they posted the article at this day and this time, that we're getting a new single in August.
It's like the math equations meme.
Yeah.
From The Hangover when he's standing there thinking.
And everyone in the comments was like, everyone that's saying that they're hacked, you're wrong. They always know what they're doing. This is there's a purpose with this.
Well, being as many Facebook profiles that get hacked, it's super common.
Yep. Turns out when they got control of their account back and they said, sorry, we were hacked, people were still like, yeah, right. And there was like so many fucking arguments on Facebook about whether MCR was coming back or they were just hacked. So our last topic of the day is something I came up with today. Because Honey Revenge posted a clip of a song that she said the song's never going to be released. It's never going to see the light of day, but I really like it. So I wanted to share a portion of the song with you guys. My question to you is, how many times do you think bands scrap songs or albums that are really fucking good and we just don't know about?
I think it would be more of songs than albums. I think it'd be really hard to scrap an entire album.
Can I give you an example?
Sure.
Back in 2017, Sleeping with Sirens released... No, 2014, excuse me. Sleeping with Sirens released their album Madness, which is known by a lot of people as the best Sleeping with Sirens album. Before that, they had written a like Risecore heavier record. And the only reason that was made public was because on the deluxe version of Madness, they included a song that was supposed to be on it. And it was a heavy song. So they came out and told fans, yeah, we wrote the whole thing. We decided we didn't like it. We scrapped the whole thing. And of course, me in high school, I was a huge Sleeping with Sirens fan. I was like, no, unacceptable. I must hear this. So it made me think. I was like, okay, how often does this actually happen, though? Because we wouldn't know if they don't tell us.
I'd say songs probably happens pretty often. Just like songs that don't fit on an album when an album is planned. I bet it happened way longer ago before singles were so popular.
Mm-hmm.
And like you'd find a song probably that just didn't fit on that album, and then it just got put on the back burner and then never got released. That happened with a lot of like Linkin Park started releasing all of their, when that like super deluxe album came out or whatever, the anniversary.
Yeah.
There was all these demos. There was a bunch of unreleased tracks.
And Lost was huge, but they scrapped it because it sounded too much like he actually came out, not Chester.
He actually came back from the dead.
No, Mike
posted on Twitter.
Mike said the song sounded too much like another song that was on that album. I want to say it was Breaking the Habit. I don't know though. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, and Lost is now like one of Linkin Park's most streamed songs post Chester.
Yeah.
So I just wonder, like, Wage War, right? How do those conversations go? We know that certain band members are going to enjoy some songs more than others.
You said Wage War. I immediately went, yeah, they should have scrapped that album.
Yeah. Did you guys know that we didn't like that Wage War album that much and we were really disappointed?
That's just us, though. I'm sure there's plenty of people that love that album.
Are there?
They're not in here.
I can't find them, Jake. I don't see them anywhere. Around here somewhere. But yeah, I mean, I just wonder, like, do band members advocate for songs? The other band members are going to be like, nah, I don't like that song. So then you think, well, instead of arguing and duking it out, they got to take a vote. Does this song make the album or does it not? Maybe it loses by like a vote. And that could have been someone's favorite song. Like, I just imagine that's pretty normal for the recording aspect of music.
I'm sure it probably is, yeah. Because, I mean, I'm sure songwriters have like constant ideas about things.
Yeah.
But some of it just doesn't make it.
I just wonder, like, when you sit down and you're like, all right, we've got 30 songs. Well, maybe not 30, 20 songs, but we need to fit it into an 11 song record. Do you like...
Bonk.
It's just, that song was created from somewhere. You liked that riff, so you wrote lyrics. You like those lyrics, so you wrote drums to it.
Or you wrote the lyrics. I'm pretty sure it probably happens more that somebody writes lyrics first and then they maybe just don't get music put to it. I'm sure there's plenty of like notebooks of just ideas and lyrics. But you're talking about physically produced songs.
Maybe not mixed and mastered.
I don't think there would be 30 of those. I think it would be like 30 ideas.
Sure. Okay, so let's say complete songs 20.
Yeah.
20 or 22 on like an 11 to 13 track album. At the bare minimum, you have 20 songs where you only have 13 tracks. You're cutting 7 songs. And I'm just wondering if it's like, man, if I could like open a time capsule and go back and listen to all the songs by the bands I like, songs that they scrapped, would I find a few that I'm just like absolutely baffled didn't make the album?
I'm sure you would, yeah. And it might have a lot to do with just record labels. You got to think about that too.
True.
What songs do they not want on the album that they are?
Yeah, because some bands have less creative control with record labels than other bands. Like Epitaph's gonna let like Ronnie Radke of Falling in Reverse do what he wants.
Yeah,
he's their best-selling artist. But someone like Kingdom of Giants they're on Sharp Tone, right? They're a smaller band, and I'm not saying that Sharp Tone controls their artist because they might not. They might give them a lot of control, but I'm just comparing. Like, example. If Kingdom of Giants wants to take a huge risk on a weird ass song like what The Plot and You put out today, the record label might be like, we don't think that that's really the move.
Yeah, because everything they have to put out while they're attached to a record label has to go through them first.
But let's recall when Bring Me the Horizon created a little song called Drown that was like the biggest scene song since King for a Day, probably. But it was unlike any song Bring Me the Horizon had ever released before. It was a light singing song right off of the back of Sempiternal. And that song blew up, and now that album has surpassed Sempiternal. I gotta wonder if record labels have turned songs like that down before that could have taken off. Because they're not going to get it right every time. I mean, you're rolling a dice when you're choosing a track list to a degree, right?
And I feel like I've heard that story more than once about artists wanting their making a song, they want this to be on the album, and the label says no.
Yeah.
I feel like that is pretty common.
I'm trying to think, what was it? Well, okay, so this is different, but Disney owns Deadpool. Deadpool, I'm not going to spoil the movie, but Deadpool.
Yeah, I still need to watch that.
Deadpool makes a lot of jokes about Disney. And Ryan Reynolds basically came forward and said that Disney had given them permission to do whatever they wanted, but there was a couple things they're like, no, you can't do that. Like really far out there jokes.
Director's cut?
But for the most part, they let them do what they wanted. I just wonder if it's like that way with bands too and record labels.
I'd say yes.
So, is there an alternate reality where the last Wage War album sounded completely different? Or do you think they wanted to make that record?
It's not our reality, I can tell you that much.
Do you think there are members of Wage War that wanted the album to be completely different, but they just kind of like let it go? Like, do you think there were arguments about that record, if you were to guess?
I don't know. I don't think I'd be able to know.
They don't talk about their inner quarrels like other bands do sometimes.
No. They kind of just put out music.
It's just crazy to think about. And if you at home are listening to this, like, what the fuck are they talking about? Just hear me out. You have your top 5 favorite bands. There's probably 100 songs between all 5 of them in their careers that you have not heard. And they could be fucking bangers.
Yeah.
And that's kind of disappointing, but that's also just kind of the business, you know? Tell you one thing, we're never going to do a whole podcast and scrap it. You get in every fucking minute of this shit.
Yeah, ain't no way I'm sitting here for this long and then getting nothing out of it.
Not putting it out?
No.
Like, nah, we don't like that one that much.
Like, you come to me, it's like, yeah, it's our episode this week was kind of garbage. I don't think I'm going to put it out.
Yeah.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We're on episode 24 this week, Jake. How many episodes would you say we've released that are mid?
Mid?
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay. Commitment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, but like some of the earlier episodes when we weren't together, like I think of, like when you were on your computer with your kid and your brother in the background.
I'd call that under mid, though. I'd call that under mid.
I've decided that once we hit episode 50, I'm going to delete those episodes.
Yeah.
Just have the good quality episodes out there.
That's true. I wouldn't blame you for that one. It's not like getting cut out of a podcast completely because you used to be in it. Oh, bitch, get
out the way. How many episodes of Joe Rogan do you think he's deleted?
I don't know. He records them shits all day.
And he's making a Netflix special while doing this podcast, by the way.
I don't think they trash any of those.
You don't think so?
No.
Do you think they've ever taken any down for controversy? Then again, I don't think Joe Rogan cares.
A fuck about controversy.
That's true.
That man's the king of controversy.
Oh, well, I think that's our episode for today, folks. See, now everyone's going to go home and be like, man, Sleeping with Sirens, they fucking trashed a whole album? Yeah. Tweet them about it.
Find out.
Peer pressure them into releasing it.
Find out. Make them release music.
I say we hold up our pitchforks and tell all these bands that everything they're holding on to needs to be released immediately.
I'm going on strike. I'm just going to listen to silence.
Kamala Harris, if you're elected president, you will sign an executive order to have all music released to the public.
I want it public record.
Oh, God. Y'all have a good week. We'll see you next week.